You have seen the Fuumuui opaque watercolors in muted colors. You have seen them in pastel colors or macaron. And now I present the Fuumuui opaque watercolor, the terracotta set, or as I like to call it, the skin tones. So Fuumuui sent me this third set of their opaque watercolors. I was already in love with the first two, especially the muted colors, but I was super excited about the terracotta set because of all the skin tone colors that it has. The 24 colors come in a big tin palette, and they are in large pans, which makes it nice and easy to use them. Inside the tin, besides the pans that are actually removable, you also have a swatch card made with watercolor paper. And on the other side, it talks more about the paint, what the ingredients are, and the process of grinding all the pigments. And you can tell those paints are highly pigmented as soon as you start swatching them. What I like with this new tin is that there's also a sheet of plastic to protect the pans, so that if you are done painting and they are still wet, you don't have some hairs or the dust, clinging to them. So of course I filled out the swatch card, and it was a joy. I really like all those earthy tones and the reds. Oh my gosh, the corals. I love them. That third column, they're so pretty. I really like this palette. I'm so excited. It's my favorite of all three of them. On the swatch card, you have the information about the pigment names, whether those colors are light fast, opaque. So they seem to all be opaque according to the chart. And they all have PW6, the white, which makes sense because they are all opaque. And they kind of have like a pastel feel to them. So I'm definitely not surprised. So I painted a first portrait with them, and I kind of got carried away because they are so much fun to play with. And I started light, with the paints very diluted. But then, if you add less water, then they start acting more like gouache. And I wanted to see how far I could push them. I kind of pushed them a little too far. So I'm not super happy with this painting. And I ended up stopping it at some point. But you can't tell because like the head looks like it's floating over the neck. I did the shirt with other watercolors because obviously I didn't have those colors in that palette. But I do like how those paints dried on the paper. I don't know how to explain the quality of the finish on the paper. I think it looks really nice. It kind of is like a matte finish, but not as much as gouache. I don't know how to explain, but I like it. I think it makes the brush strokes look really good in person. You can't really tell on the video, but I like it. So anyway, after this first try, I had to paint another portrait. And I tried to hold back a bit so I wouldn't push it too hard. And I mostly diluted the colors with water to a certain extent, and until the end when some colors needed to be a little bit more opaque. Now those paints, they activate really easily. They're very creamy. They're just such a joy to paint with. The selection of colors is just perfect. It's really nice. I did mix some of them to tone them down a bit, but I mostly used them as they were. And then for the eyes, and only for the eyes, I used regular watercolor because I didn't have the brown I wanted to use, and also a dark color that would be suitable for the pupils. Oh, before I forget to mention it, the first portrait that I did, I had a hard time lifting the paint. I don't know if it's because of the paper or not, but I think that the pigments actually stick really well to the paper and the paint doesn't lift very much. The first paper that I used was, I can't remember what brand. I think it's either Chinese or Japanese paper. I can't remember. I know it's 100% cotton. And for this portrait, I'm using Arch watercolor paper, and I was able to lift a little bit of it, but not very much, but it lifted a little bit more than the other one. But then again, I used so many layers for the other one. It could be another reason why. But yeah, I think this paint is not liftable. But anyway, I'm really happy with the selection of colors. I had so much fun painting with this set. I'm gonna keep on painting with it because this little sketch, it's not like a, it's not a very detailed portrait. It's a very loose one, and it was a lot of fun to do. I'm not the best at painting loosely, but I think I did a pretty good job in doing it this time. It was a fun little sketch to do, fun little study. I still need to work on the hair because I'm not very good at that, but again, I didn't want to add too many details, so in the end, I think the hair was okay. It was not really my focus for this portrait. So if you're interested in this set, I will put the links in the description box. If you go to the Fuumuui website, you can always use my 10% discount code. Such fun paints to use. And I'm not being paid to say that. I only received the sets for free, and this is my honest opinion. So thank you all for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Have a wonderful day, everyone. I'll see you soon with another video. Bye-bye.